Hello everybody and welcome to our 12th class. From now on, our class and schedule is going to change a lot because we're going to enter the stage of a class project. What is the class project? From now on, each of you will make your own small data science project. By small, I mean it doesn't have to be something, you know, as big as you can find on a website, but it can be. It is completely up to you how big, and how much time and how much effort you're gonna put into the project. Of course, some minimum effort is expected because it's a part of your grade. Actually, 30% of your grade is from this class project, and another 20% of grade is the presentation of your class project. So definitely spend some time on it, put some effort into it, but it's okay. You don't have to your results doesn't have to be something incredibly new or unexpected. So first, maybe let's me give you some idea how we're gonna proceed with this class project, because I would like all of you to try some data science project on your own, to uh, try to apply what we have learned so far. And I'm also gonna tell you some new things throughout the class project. But I think the important thing is for you is to really not to just read what other people done, but to really try to make your own project and see where the difficulty lies for you, because it can be difficult. The difficult part could be different for different people. And also, I would like you to get to get excited and to get invested into this project. So I'll give you a freedom to choose what you to look into what you are interested in, and I will not be giving you some particular project that you have to do. So we have 4 more classes coming. So in the next class, as I already mentioned before, is going to be a discussion class. So in this class, I'm going to split you into smaller groups, and you're going to be discussing about what sorts of projects you would like to work on. This is important because some people might not have any idea what kind of projects they want to do. Some people might have kind of a specific idea what they want to do, and either way, their ideas might not be really. I don't want to say that they would be not good, but maybe they will not be suitable for this class. So it's really good to exchange ideas, take a look and hear from the other people what they think about our idea. Maybe sometimes we think something is completely difficult and we don't know anything about it, but someone else knows that this has been completely already solved. So anyway, I think some kind of a discussion is when choosing a topic of your project is really going to be helpful. So that's going to be on our next class. So that's our last class before the end of the year. Then, so after this class, you're going to have a time by January 2nd when you have to submit the topic of your project and a source of the data that you're going to get. So that's another important thing, is that you might have an idea what kind of project you want to do, but you don't know where to take data. And well, if you don't have any data, well, without data, there is no data science project. So for this reason, also we can discuss that during the class time on December 23rd. But I also have put you here this link to this quite nice video. It's about 40 minutes where it is discussed where you can, for example, get the data. And it also discusses the issues related to getting data, because sometimes the data are available freely for some publicly, sometimes they come from private sources, sometimes it's question whether those data could be shared, whether you can get them, whether you should not get them, how you should deal with them. So it's a really whole lots of issues related to the data. I'm pretty sure that you have noticed about it. I mean, they are all related to privacy and and other ethics and so on and other things. So I totally definitely recommend you to watch this lecture here. Um, let me say that in this class, for the purpose of this class, I don't mind if you get the data wherever or what kind of data you get. Okay, I mean, don't steal them somewhere, but we will not be dealing here with these ethical issues within this class. But it's a good thing to have it in mind, and if you will want to make a project that is that you then will want to publish the results or something, then you have to take these questions into account. For our class is not that important at this stage, I would say. All right, so by January 2nd, you should submit in Moodle the topic and the resource and the source of your data for a data science project. Then you should start working on your exploratory analysis. We already seen exploratory analysis in the previous classes, so if you don't remember what it is or how to do it, I recommend you to go back and take a look at those classes. And you have to submit your exploratory analysis progress report by January 9th. So that's a Sunday. In that week, in the first week of January, we are going to have a class. So in that class, as usual, you can ask questions, but also in that class, I'll be asking you about your progress with your project. So I will want to know what's going on, if you have any troubles, what are your ideas, maybe give you some hints or give you some advice how to proceed with things. So for that class, and there's going to be a special class video for that, so don't worry. But so just so in that class, uh, you should be giving some small pre-report on your progress with the exploratory analysis, and then submit this analysis by January 9th. Then the next week, uh, and then the next week, you're gonna be giving in a class a progress report or data munging. So at this point, you don't know maybe what data munging is. I will explain that on the first week class, on the first week class video, and I will give you some ideas how to proceed that for your own project. Now, you have to again, so the final report on data munging has to be submitted by January 16th. Then we have our last class is going to be on January 27th. So we could have it week earlier on January 20th, but I think it's good if we skip, we make one free week, and then so you get 2 weeks to finalize your project. So our last class is going to be on January 27th, and everybody is going to give about a 5-minute presentation, and then there will be a group discussion about the project, how other people liked it, what they think is good, what is bad, and so on. And then still after that, you're going to have some time to work on your project before completely submitting it. So the final submission deadline is February 6th. But your project basically should be ready by January 27th, because you're going to be giving us a presentation on it, on its progress and on its results. But during that discussion, you might get some new ideas. You might find some mistakes, so you will get time to fix those by January 6th. Okay. So I already mentioned sort of with the timeline, the progress. So first things, you have to find your topic and source of data. So that basically should be done by the end of the year. Then you should do in the first week of the year of the next year, you should do exploratory analysis. Then another week you should do data munging, so that is sort of fixing the data getting the relevant information out of data. And then you're going to have 2 weeks to finalize your project. Depending on the project, the finalization stage, it can be about visualizing and interpreting the data, or you could build a predictive model. So I'm going to be talking about both of these things a little bit on the second class in January. It will be up to you which way you decide to go, depending how skilled, how you know what you want to do. I mean, what suits your project. Of course, predictive models are beyond the scope of this class actually. But if somebody is interested in them, know something about it, you're welcome to incorporate it in your project. Also, when you be thinking about your project, um, you should think about the scope of it. So we have basically a 1 month to work on this project. So probably you're not gonna solve the whole, um, warming up of the planet problem, but that doesn't mean that it cannot be your topic. But you should say sort of from the beginning that which part, for example, of the problem you're gonna attack for this class or for this class project. So all your results or your outcomes will be submitted as Jupyter notebooks with all the graphs, pictures, and so on included. Uh, So yeah, so there will be no more graded homework from now on. You simply will be submitting these reports on your project of your on the progress of your project, and that will be it. So for this week's class, that's the class of December 23rd. So please start to think about what kind of thing, about your topic, and where to get the data for the topic. So what you would be interested in, depending. I mean, you might have you have hobbies, or you have some idea what you want to study in future. So you can slowly start to look into that. It can be related to your DP project, or something that you're just curious about. So look into that, get some ideas, and on the December 23rd, we're gonna have this group discussion where everyone would like to ask everyone to say what they are interested in, what they are thinking. Maybe you have an interest, but you don't know how to make that into project, or so that you can also just suggest these topics, and the others might help you, or we might help you to to tell you which direction you might be good to go. Okay, so yeah, be looking for the discussions on during our next class. See you.